feels surreal to finally be here after 9 years together. So let's take a deep breath. And all of you, buckle up because I have a decade's worth of subject matter here.
I hope you brought snacks.
Almost there. I'd never been the best writer. Most of the time when I need to write, whether it was for class or myself, I would stare at that blank page for hours before I could get my start. When sitting down to write about you, rather than not knowing what to write, I could not decide how to begin talking about such an amazing person. So here it goes. 9 years. 9 whole years together.
I remember meeting you when we were both 14 years old. Our moms had signed us up both for volunteering at the school. We were shredding old middle school projects. It was literally just the two of us, awkward and freshly teenaged, sitting in a dimly lit room shredding documents. After a little while, with absolutely no prelude, you started reading me the essays. I don't remember what they were about, but I remember laughing in spite of my attempts to be cool and blasé. I think we were having too much fun to be very efficient workers, but that hasn't really changed.
November 19th, 2020. That is the date I originally planned on asking you to marry me. As you might recall, I could not wait that long, as I ended up asking you back in August of that same year, right here in Ludlow, Vermont, on the peak of Okemo Mountain. Any nerves I might be feeling while reading this are nothing compared to what I felt getting to ask you that question. But with that date in mind, every once in a while, I would leave my future self notes or journal entries about how much you mean to me. While there might be gaps between those entries, that is only because I was too busy enjoying these moments with you in person. I'd like to share some of those excerpts today.
That September, our first year of high school, I fell completely in love with you. I joined the tech crew so that you would notice me, not because I wanted to paint sets for Young Frankenstein or whatever. I asked you to help tutor me with math homework that I needed no help doing. I'm sure I came off completely desperate, but luckily for me, you really can't take a hint. Somehow we were able to navigate the treacherous waters of teenage emotions and high school politics and found each other.
November 2014. I know you're going to read this and think back, was I actually like that? And yes, you were, but she liked you, so shut up. Enjoy the fact you're with the most fun, funny, and beautiful girl in the world.
I can't list all of the milestones that have happened over the past decade together, as much as everybody here would enjoy that. But there are moments that define our relationship to me. When you asked me to marry you when we were 16, you gave me a promise ring. My parents were not too thrilled about this. Don't try to pretend like you were. But eventually wrote it off as a meaningless gesture of young love. 2 years later, I left for college in Georgia and we were facing the prospect of years of long distance. I have to admit, I didn't think we could do it. I didn't understand why anyone would wait for me that long. But you had no doubts. If you've ever been sure of anything in your life, it's been your commitment to us.
Keep her, don't lose her. Hold her and don't ever let go. She's the most precious and wonderful thing in the world to you, and we both know that. But you need to show her that, every day or even every time you see her. Some way, even the smallest little kiss on the cheek, to let her know how much you love her.
You inspire me. People gravitate to you because you are one of those rare people who has a truly kind and genuine soul. You have an easy confidence to you that is not prideful or conceited, but simply that you know your place in the world. And because of you, I am sure in my place of the world next to you. There's no one else I want to hang out with for the past 9 years or for the rest of my life. The truth is, I knew it when I was 14. I knew when all of a sudden, on a random school day, I looked at you from across the band classroom and it felt like a tidal wave engulfed me, drowning me in your waters and not allowing me to feel anything but you.
Having you in my life has always made me want to be better, not just as a partner, but as a person. I want to be the husband you talk about with your friends, the person you send funny and unfunny memes to. I adore and look up to you. It makes me so thankful to have you in my life and want to give you everything I can. I could not be more excited to start this chapter with you.
I vow that I'm ready to take your hand and dive headfirst into the marriage that used to be my wildest dream and my most secret fantasy, but is now a thrilling adventure that I get to live out. I think it would only be fitting if I left us with some Harry Potter. I'm not worried, Harry, said Dumbledore, his voice a little stronger despite the freezing water. I am with you.
And now, by the powers vested in me by the state of New York and Vermont, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Now wait for it. you may kiss the bride.
Feels like the morning sun after spring has sprung. It's the day begun. It's the kingdom come. It's like